From the APA PsycINFO landing page, select Advanced Search above the search box. Above the search box on the Advanced Search page, click on Thesaurus. In the new window, enter the search term in the search box. For this example, I'll be searching ADHD. ADHD appears below. Once I've selected the term, I now see the hierarchical view for this terminology, and with ADHD falling under the heading or subject term Attention Deficit Disorder with Hyperactivity. Clicking on the box next to the term will expand the term by providing additional information. The thesaurus entry can include a definition, other terms for which the subject term is used for, creation year, a history note, as well as related terms, broader terms, or narrower terms. In this instance, there is a definition for attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity, as well as the creation year of 2001. It also lists some related terms, including attention span, distractibility, hyperactivity, impulsiveness, mental disorders, neurodiversity, and oppositional defiant disorder. Looking one step higher on the hierarchical view, attention deficit disorder is listed. Clicking on the box next to that subject term, the source record will open and show the definition as well as creation year. For this subject term, the creation year is 1985, and some of the related terms overlap with those for attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity. Looking higher on the hierarchical view, we see that both terms fall under the neurodevelopmental disorders, which falls under mental disorders, which falls under a very broad category of disorders. When we want to be as specific as possible, these more narrow or specific subject terms should be used. For the terms identified for our research area, either attention deficit disorder or attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity in this scenario should be used. If we are looking broadly at neurodevelopmental disorders, we would want to use that higher or broader term within that hierarchy of describing these concepts. To the right of these subject terms or index terms are boxes that can be selected to incorporate them into a search. The option to explode would include the subject term and any related terms listed in the description, and the option of major terms searches just the individual subject term. Select the major term for both attention deficit disorder and attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity so that we can add it to the search. Adding to the search from the thesaurus defaults to using the search operator OR, which is appropriate for when you have subject terms that address the same concept. Using OR will broaden the search, incorporating any instance where either term has been assigned to a publication. Click Add to Search and it's automatically going to pull in the subject terms and the indication that I want to search where these terms appear within the subject term section of the publication details. If you're conducting a search and you already know the designated subject terms for your concept, you can add them directly into the advanced search box and then using the drop-down menu, select Subject Heading. This allows you to bypass going through the thesaurus. Clicking on the search button has resulted in 33,601 results. The majority of these results are scholarly journals or articles from scholarly journals, and the publication date ranges as far back as 1894. The two terms that we are searching were created as subject terms in 1985 and 2001, so the reason we still see publications that date back to 1894 that include our subject terms is that when the publication or citation was added to PsycINFO, those terms did exist and were assigned to the publication at that time. Since this is a digital platform, every item that's been added, whether or not it was published over 100 years ago, is still going to go through the same process in order to have all the details assigned to the record. And that's why we are finding publications as far back as 1894, because when it was processed and added to PsycINFO, the subject term was assigned to it at that point. To view the full list of subject terms for any publication, select a publication title to open up the abstract or detail information. Under the Details heading, a section for subject terms will list all subject terms assigned, including the term searched, which will be highlighted. For this publication, the subject term attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity is highlighted. There's not an overlap with attention deficit disorder, which was the other subject term used for this search. While both attention deficit disorder and attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity can be used as keywords for searching, because we limited to only searching subject terms, there are less results and why any other instances of attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity or attention deficit disorder is not highlighted throughout the record. While using the thesaurus and searching based on subject terms, there's another technique that can be used to incorporate subject terms. So far, this video has shown how to search for publications using the thesaurus and subject terms. However, there's another technique that can be used to incorporate subject terms into a search. Once a search is conducted and the results page is provided, the results can be manipulated further by using the filter options on the left side of the screen. Upon finding the area for subject terms, this section can be expanded to see a full list of subject terms that are assigned to the results. Clicking on More will open a new window, and here we will see all of the identified subject terms that are assigned within the results. The majority of the results include the subject term attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity. However, there are additional terms that are not directly connected to our concept of attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity. Subject terms present in the results include subject terms such as human, male, child, female, adolescent, adult, child, neuropsychological test, drug therapy, and lots of different subject terms that are associated or have been assigned alongside attention deficit disorder or attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity to the publications in the search results. This filter can be used to find additional subject terms that may overlap with your concept or filter the results based on these subject terms. The list includes inclusion and exclusion columns. If you select the include box next to one of these subject terms, it will add that subject term to your search. Including the subject term adult essentially adds to the search to find results where both subject terms are present within the publication. If you want to only focus on a specific population, such as adult, incorporating that additional subject term into the results by selecting Include and then hit Apply. The subject term adult has now been added to our search filter and appears here. It significantly reduced the results that we're seeing. However, there may still be instances where adolescent and child is present as subject terms, since there may be publications where multiple age groups are present in the research. In this example, we're seeing adolescent and child mesh subject terms present in the details of this publication. If you want to exclude or remove publications from the results that include these subject terms, select to exclude both adolescent and child as subject terms. Applying these exclusions to subject terms essentially adds the subject term with the operator not to the search. Now the results reflect searching subject terms attention deficit disorder or attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity and the subject term adult but not adolescent and not child. Opening the details of one of these results, attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity is one of the subject terms. PsycINFO also includes mesh terms with some publications when available. This publication includes mesh subject terms, which is just another controlled vocabulary index, and includes adult as a subject term assigned to this article. PsycINFO isn't going to just include APA subject terms. In certain cases, it may also include mesh subject terms or others if they're present in the literature.